change. The Fat Controller had arranged for a gala at the sheds, and many enthusiasts had come to the yard. The engines were very excited. Some were lined up in the yards together for photographs, and others were out and about giving demonstration runs to the visitors. The biggest surprise of all, though, was Stepney, who had come back to visit. "I worked very hard on the Bluebell Railway," he said. "They even had me pull rail tours on the main line. Reminded me of the time I pulled the express with Duck." Duck blushed. "So when I got worn out," he continued, "my controller said I could come and visit all of you." Stepney was there to do demonstration runs, so Duck pulled him to the water tower. Out of the corner of his eye, Duck saw something. A diesel, sitting quietly on the other side of the yard. "Who's that?" he asked Stepney. "Oh, that's the diesel who brought me here," he replied. "Was it friendly?" "Couldn't tell. He didn't say much." Duck was curious. After he helped Stepney, he cautiously went over to see the diesel. "So it's you," he gasped. "Indeed," muttered Diesel in his oily voice. "I've come to take the weight off your buffers while you gallivant around the yard for enthusiasts. Still think you're revolutionary, do you?" Duck said angrily. "Of course," said Diesel slyly. "But we Diesels have won that battle now. Yet, in a way, so have you." "What do you mean?" says Duck. "Well, you've been preserved," he said disdainfully. "You're safe now to do simply whatever the money will allow you to. You've got it easy." "And you don't?" retorted Duck. "No," said Diesel softly. Duck was taken aback. He had never heard him speak in such a way. "On the other railway, we are dispensable. Only certain diesels are being chosen to go on in service. Warships, Claytons, even some of my brothers, all withdrawn from service and trailed off." Duck looked. He thought he could see a tear forming in Diesel's cold eye. "Diesel," said a stern-sounding voice, "it's off to the yards with you. Enough." Diesel obliged and rolled slowly away. So Topham Hatt then turned to Duck. "It's off to the demonstration runs with you," he said. "And you are taking Toad. I know you'll both enjoy that." "Yes, sir," said Duck weakly. Even as the children laughed and waved as he passed, Duck couldn't help but think about Diesel. He thought of the irony of it all, Diesels being scrapped when they were so sure they were better. But then he thought of the scrap lines, filled up with dead Diesels, silent and still. "No engine deserves that," he said quietly. "No engine deserves what?" was Toad. "Oh, nothing," said Duck quickly. "Is there something wrong, Mr. Duck?" asked Toad. No, everything's fine," he said with fake confidence, and gave a loud whistle. The children cheered, yet Duck didn't feel cheerful. Finally, the enthusiasts were gone, and the day came for Stepney to go. Everybody came to say goodbye. "Come back and see us soon," called the engines. "Goodbye," Stepney peeped. "Thank you for letting me come again. Just know that you're always welcome to visit on my Bluebell Railway." They whooped and cheered him off, Donald and Douglas even saying, "Will you no come back again?" Duck gave a hearty whistle too. Diesel towed Stepney away, but no one gave him any attention. Duck paused, then whistled for him too. Diesel was stunned. He looked back, but then smiled. Duck still thinks about Diesel. He wonders if he is safe or if he was scrapped. He doesn't know. All he knows is that Diesel has learned his lesson, and although he may never admit it, Duck is willing to forgive him.